Have you ever walked past a river and noticed the water looking murky, or even smelling unpleasant? Sadly, that's not unusual in Malaysia. River pollution has become one of our country's most serious environmental challenges, affecting not only just nature, but also our daily lives and future water supply. But here's the good news. Technology might just be the key to turning things around. In this video, I'll be sharing how we can combat river pollution through technology, specifically using the Internet of Things, also known as IoT, to detect and prevent pollution before it's too late. Hi, my name is Wellington, and without further ado, let's jump straight into this topic. You might ask, why must we care about water pollution? Well, water is one of our most valuable resources, yet it is also one of the most vulnerable. Water is basically the foundation of life. As humans, we need water to drink, to rehydrate. Plants need water to grow. The veggies and the fruits we eat every day, they rely on water to thrive. And the animals also, they rely on water to survive, or else they would die of dehydration in the wild. Now that we know both humans and animals depend on clean water to survive, it is important to understand how that water becomes polluted in the first place. There are three main ways pollutants can make it into our rivers. First, industrial discharges. Factories such as food and beverage, rubber, and chemical industries often release untreated or partially treated wastewater into rivers. These contribute to heavy metal pollution and chemical pollution. The pollutants increases the biochemical oxygen demand, also known as BOD, harms aquatic life, and increases toxicity in the river water. The second source of pollution comes from domestic sewage, where untreated or poorly treated wastewater from homes and septic tanks flows into the rivers. This adds pathogens and organic matters, possibly leading to oxygen depletion and bad odors. Third, agricultural runoff. When it rains, fertilizers and pesticides from farms wash into nearby rivers, increasing nitrates, phosphates, and sediments that promote eutrophication and eventually leads to algal blooms, which increases the oxygen level underwater. That is why the SDG 6 focuses on ensuring the availability and sustainable management of clean water and sanitization for all. Achieving this goal means more than just having enough water. It's about protecting the quality of our water resources for people and the environment. While the SDG 6 calls for clean water and sustainable water management around the world, the situation here in Malaysia shows that we are still having a long way to go. According to a study by Afros and Rahman, out of the 473 rivers monitored, 244 of them were classified as clean, 186 were slightly polluted, and 43 of them were heavily polluted. In another related case study in Sarawak done by Sarawak's Natural Resources and Environment Board and REB in 2023, among 66 rivers monitored, 11 rivers were categorized as clean, 50 as slightly polluted, and 5 rivers including Sungai Kayana, Sungai Penat, Batang Matu, Batang Jamoreng, and Sungai Miri were classified as polluted. Now that we understand how widespread river pollution is in Malaysia and the main causes behind it, the question is, how can we manage and prevent it effectively? Traditional monitoring methods are often slow and limited. To achieve real-time continuous monitoring, we can turn to modern technology, specifically the Internet of Things or IoT. The system continuously measures key parameters such as pH, total dissolved solids TDS, dissolved oxygen, and temperature. These indicators help us to understand the overall condition of the water and help detect early signs of pollution. Well, how does IoT work? First, all these sensors are connected to a programmable logic controller, also known as PLC, which acts as the brain of the system. The PLC receives the signals from the sensors and converts them into readable data. This data is then transmitted through a VBox gateway using the Modbus protocol, which allows communication between the devices and cloud platform. Once the data reaches the cloud dashboard, it can be visualized in real time through graphs and charts. This makes it easy to track changes in water quality over time and quickly identify any unusual patterns. The IoT offers several key advantages for water quality monitoring. First, it allows researchers to analyze water quality over time through data visualization. The data collected by sensors is displayed on clear graphs and dashboards, making it easy to spot trends or sudden changes. Second, IoT enables real-time monitoring. Instead of relying on manual sampling or lab tests, any changes in parameters like pH or dissolved oxygen can be detected instantly. And finally, the system features an automatic alarm when readings exceed safe limits. For example, if the water becomes too acidic or oxygen levels drop, it immediately triggers an alert, allowing quick action to prevent further damage. Together, these advantages make IoT a powerful tool to protect our rivers and ensure cleaner water for everyone. Now that we have seen how IoT can be applied for river monitoring, let's look at future plans and ideas being explored here in Malaysia. One of the key figures in this area, Mr. Mazlan Abbas, co-founder of CEO of Favoriot, he proposes installing IoT sensors at strategic locations, not along the entire river, which could be too costly, but at high-risk points like riverbanks, under bridges, or near drains and manholes. These sensors can detect odor leaks or even illegal dumping in real time. He also suggested that using drones to complement these sensors and a mobile reporting app so that the public can quickly report pollution incidents. This combination would allow authorities to respond immediately when there's something unusual is detected. Next, we have Mr. Vix, the CEO of Esperanti Solutions. He takes the idea a step further with what he calls Smart Sungai, a system that uses IoT and artificial intelligence to collect and analyze river data. The goal is to predict and prevent pollution or floods before they happen. His vision also includes Smart Longkang for drains and Smart Udara for air quality, all connected through a proposed Ministry of Data. This ministry will centralize environmental data from different agencies and enable real-time action, such as flood alerts or pollution warnings. All these ideas reflect a smarter, more connected, and preventative way to protect our rivers. To sum it all up, water pollution is a growing challenge that requires continuous attention. Even when pollution levels are still manageable, the effects can accumulate over time and harm aquatic life and human health. That is why real-time monitoring using IoT technology is so important. It gives us early warnings, allows faster response, and supports better decision-making. Malaysia is already moving towards this future with agencies like Air Selangor, Penubuhan Lembaga Urus Air Selangor Luas, and local innovators adopting smart water systems and IoT-based monitoring. These steps bring us closer to achieving SDG 6, ensuring that clean water and safe water remains available for generations to come. Because protecting our water today means protecting our health, our environment, and our future. And as a reminder, clean water is not a luxury, it is a right.